You're consistent for quite some while, and then bust cycle comes in. You start to lose a lot of money in one single day. That has been the story of my fucking life. So I have found a solution for not having to go through that boom and bust cycle anymore. There's many components. I can do a lot of videos, but the main core idea I want to share with you, I will call this the downward spiral. Okay, so that looks similar to most of average medium trader. You're starting to be profitable for quite some time, and then you start to fear that lingering, that little fear of what if that same day happens where I'm gonna start losing so much capital in one single day. You don't want this to happen, but the reality is that where focus goes, energy flows. And the more you think about not failing, well, that's what's going to happen. What I've found as a solution, the moment we were starting to win, and we had a good month or two, and that one single leak on that boat, one single loss, made the whole difference from your quarterly P&L of what you should have had and what you have. That all comes out to your attitude upon each losses. You should expect losing in trading, but what you can't expect is not losing in trading, because the moment you're not having the expectation of not taking a small loss or a small little leak, or a mistake does happen, downward spiral will start to try to protect you. That these are our component in our mental brain that tries to protect us from doing more mistakes by trying to revenge trade, hiring up our lot size, opening multiple positions, try to cover up that small little mistakes and tell yourself in an illusionary way that you would not do the same mistake if I can actually recoup back the losses. But that's false, because you're not addressing the problem at the root hand. And the root hand is take your fucking losses. Walk away. Think about why did it happen and embrace that loss, because that is exactly your teacher. So what's the solution? Expect to make mistakes in any shape or form. Because the moment you accept the expectation of making a mistake, it's the moment that you're going to stop that downward spiral. Another trick I've learned in not getting into this downward spiral is premeditation, right? So you can close your eyes for seconds or minutes and just envision you doing a lot of mistakes. And it's similar to having a second life, because I'm sure after all of these mistakes, when you're in a much more calm state, you're like, I wish I could go back in time and not lose all of this capital. I could have just taken that small loss and walk away. But that is something that you have on your hand, on your power. Why? Because your brain doesn't make the difference between imagination and real event. So if you could have that downward spiral into your mind, so a premeditation, whatever shape or form that it suits you, then think about the fact that you can have a second chance, a second life. So you come back to the market and you could literally have that second chance. So you don't want to make the mistake. The moment you do one mistake, you're like, oh, God bless me. I don't want to go back to that downward spiral that I just had envisioned in my mind. And that works very well for me. So I hope this was insightful. And I will keep going with all of those small little bits and tricks and insight to help you guys, because that is my duty. God gave me a gift and I want to give it back to you. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing is permanent and it feels really good to give back. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, share, do whatever you want. And I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you all. Cheers.